Good evening, and welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences of Montclair State University. I'm Dr. Elizabeth Emery in the Department of Modern Languages and Literatures, and I'm pleased to be your MC today. For your safety, we ask that you please wear face coverings at all times, stay 6 feet away from those not in your group, and follow instructions from our event staff. Please remain in your places until the conclusion of our brief ceremony. When the ceremony is over, our event staff will release you by sections in order to ensure social distancing, so please follow their instructions. We want you to enjoy this experience, so we also ask you to please silence all electronic devices. And now, will you please welcome the class of 2020 graduates from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Graduates, please rise as the academic processional will now begin. Ladies and gentlemen, we present the President of Montclair State University, the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, the Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, distinguished university faculty and staff.
Welcome. Please be seated. I'm Peter Kingstone, Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, and it's my great pleasure to welcome to the podium the President of Montclair State University, Dr. Susan A. Cole.
Welcome, graduates, guests, faculty, and staff to the 2020 undergraduate commencement exercises for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences at Montclair State University. Please rise for the national anthem. You are going to hear it being sung by Les Belkis Santana, who sang it at the 2019 commencement when she was graduating.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glared, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Graduates, hello. I'm so happy to see you on the campus and to welcome you back to your university. We promised that we would celebrate your achievements as soon as the governor said it was safe enough to gather in person, and here at last we are. These past several months have been a very difficult time for you and for us, but we have marveled at your tenacity and resilience in the face of adversity, and we are proud of all that you have accomplished in your time at Montclair State University, including this last semester when you did not let the pandemic keep you from reaching your goals. As we gather for this most unusual commencement ceremony, we are buoyed by the bountiful energy and potential of the graduates whose achievements will be marked by the conferral of their degrees. As events of the last few months have shown, you are entering a world that has many important economic, social, environmental, governmental, and public health issues in urgent need of attention. And today, you join the next class of citizens prepared by your education to make a meaningful contribution to the hard work that it takes to build a peaceful, prosperous, equitable, and just society. The education you have acquired has been in part to enable you to become the person you want to be in this world, but it has also been to enable you to become the kind of citizen that our nation and the world needs. The role of public universities such as Montclair State is critical to sustaining a free and democratic society, for to be a responsible, contributing citizen in a democracy takes preparation and education. You have had the privilege of that education, and many people have worked hard to make that privilege possible for you, including your faculty and advisors at the university, your family and friends who are so proud of you, and many, many people you will not ever know, your fellow citizens whose taxes help support your education, and many generous alumni and donors who shared what they had to support scholarships and make educational resources available to the university for you. And now it's up to you, and you must let nothing stand between you and your future. This has been a time of fear for many, but I don't want you to be fearful. I want you to be brave. I want you to have courage, and I want you never to give up on yourself. At this moment, I'd like us to pause and remember together several of your classmates whose lives were cut short, who were going to be graduating with you, and who will never have the chance to stand where you stand today. Let us remember Jose Fernandez, Pierre Puente de la Vega, Corinne Gwaltney, Juliana Lee Kessler, Griffin Klaus, Christian Niles, Jeremy Thompson, and Michaela Powell. It's also important, I think, to acknowledge and send our collective best wishes to 16 of your fellow students who were called away from their studies and their families this year to serve on the front lines of the National Guard's COVID-19 response. They are serving in hospitals, nursing homes, testing centers, and helping to build field hospitals. They are Derek Alicorn, Edith Argueta, Melissa Castelli, Marcos de Leon, Mercedes Flores, Daniel Herrera, Alex Gennaro, Christopher Langle, Lucian Lloyd, Nolan Muganda, Alicia Pierre, Nicholas Ritter, Anthony Steiner, James Suarez, Diego Tanaka, and Victoria Viejo. We thank those fellow Red Hawks for their service to the nation, and we hope for their safe return to the campus. Class of 2020, Class of 2020, you have been called the class of COVID. But as I have said before, you are not the virus. You are the cure. You are the cure. Now more than ever, the world needs bright, committed, well-prepared people who can take on the immense challenges we are facing. Your education at Montclair State has prepared you for this moment. I have watched you with pride this year and have seen that you have not been brought down by this crisis. On the contrary, you have been strengthened by it. You have learned from it, and you have been toughened by it, and you are readier than ever to go out and make your way in this world and fulfill your aspirations. Before we go further in the ceremony, I want to take just a moment to acknowledge the staff and students, faculty who have worked with us preparing these ceremonies so that you could come back and have this moment and be able to do it safely. You've seen them, ushers, greeters, coordinators, helping you manage your way through this. Let us thank them for what they have done in making this possible for us. We couldn't have done it without them. And now I'd like to turn the ceremony over to Dean Kingstone.
Welcome and congratulations, Montclair State CHSS Class of 2020. I'm so glad that we could come together today to celebrate your accomplishments. We are so very, very proud of you. I want to first take a moment to recognize your family and your loved ones and to express our gratitude for the support and the sacrifices that you've made to help bring all of these students to this day. I also want to take a moment and acknowledge and thank the faculty from the college who've come to represent their departments today, starting with from the Department of History and the Dean's Office, Associate Dean Leslie Wilson, Associate Dean Jessica Brandt, from the Department of English and the Director of the Honors Program, Lee Bellman, also from the Department of English and the Creative Writing Program, David Galiff, and last but not least, from the French Department, Elizabeth Emery. So to get to this day really was a major accomplishment. You've had to overcome so many challenges. Many of you have had to juggle work and studies, care for family members, manage difficult financial concerns, and of course find parking on campus. And as if that weren't enough, the universe decided to give you a pandemic. To get to this day, you needed persistence, hard work, talent, creativity, and resilience. Those are vital qualities that will help carry you throughout your life. But we're here at this specific commencement ceremony because you've chosen a major in the humanities and social sciences, and in your case, particularly the humanities, and I want to congratulate you for that. The humanities and social sciences are a diverse group of disciplines that use all sorts of different approaches to explore the fundamental questions of what it means to be human. These days we hear a lot about business and finance and technology, and some people say, why study humanities? What do you do with it? Who should study the humanities? Well, the answer is everybody. And here's why. One reason you come to university is to get a good job. And that's a pretty good reason. We know that on average, people with college degrees do much better in their careers than people without. And it turns out that people with humanities and social sciences degrees do particularly well also. While earning your degree, you developed all sorts of skills, and we've helped you to become lifelong learners so that you can craft the most rewarding, meaningful, and successful lives and careers possible, whatever that may mean to you. But humanities and social sciences graduates do very well because it turns out that studying what it means to be human is fantastic training for solving complex problems and working with people in complex settings. And it's why all sorts of organizations, from nonprofit to government to the private sector, value our graduates, and why, regardless of your area of study, our graduates go on into all manner of work, including business, finance, and technology, and many, many other endeavors. Your training in humanities and social sciences is valuable in today's world of work for another important reason. Our society is not only more and more diverse, but we are all increasingly aware of our diversity and its importance. Your humanities and social sciences degrees are also degrees in multicultural literacy. All organizations need people who can navigate in a truly plural society. As you forge your careers over the years to come, you can talk about your degree and about the practical or technical skills you might have learned or the experiences you had, but take pride as well and don't be shy about promoting who you are as a graduate in the humanities and the strengths it's given you in understanding and working with people in complex and diverse settings. Those are qualities that are becoming more and more important in the world of work. So your degree is excellent preparation for your career, but your training in the humanities is about much more than preparation to get a job. It's about becoming citizens of this democracy and helping to build a better tomorrow. As the world around us shakes and burns and we seem so focused on the things that divide us, the question of what it means to live in a truly plural, diverse society is more important and more urgent than ever before. So why should everybody study humanities and social sciences? Because in doing so, you learn to see, hear, and understand each other across our cultural borders, and to look for our shared humanity. We don't necessarily have all the answers. These are really hard problems. But we teach you how to ask questions about who you are, about how we connect to each other, about what kind of society we live in, as well as the kinds of societies we want to live in. That ability to ask questions and to imagine new ways of being will shape you and guide you for the rest of your life. Long after you forget the names of your professors and the specific classes you took, it will be a part of who you are. So we look to you to draw on your creativity, your talent, your resilience, and your training in the questions of what it means to be human, and to go out and help build a more socially just and truly inclusive New Jersey, America, and the world. Once again, on behalf of all of us in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, congratulations. We wish you the greatest success as you set out into your new adventures.
Thank you, Dean Kingstone. And I now call upon Provost Willard Gingrich to begin the portion of our ceremony on conferment of degrees.
Cole, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled who have successfully completed the curricula offered by the College of Humanities and Social Sciences of Montclair State University have been so certified by the university registrar, and they are recommended by the faculty to be awarded degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. I would also note that a number of these candidates have completed their certifications to teach. You will notice that some of our students have gold tassels on their mortarboards, signifying that they are graduating cum laude with honors, magna cum laude with high honors, and summa cum laude with highest honors. Will those undergraduates who are graduating with honors and the families of these undergraduates please rise and be recognized? Your family, friends, and fellow students join me in applauding your success. Thank you. You may be seated.
President Cole, it now gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of the May 2020 graduating classes who have successfully completed the university requirements for bachelor's degrees from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Will the candidates for the bachelor's degree please come forward to receive your individual acknowledgement? While you wait to cross the stage, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between you and those around you, and slide your card through the reader. We can't shake your hands, but we applaud your achievements.
Nicholas Samuel Jeffer. Haley Marissa Ryder. Salvatore Francesco Di Gennaro. Jessica Schwartz. David Fernari. Daniela Antunes. Andrew William Schretner. Daya Wessels. John Gillis Lanigan. Damian Chase Olegay. Michael Kordanov. Danielle Rose Manzetti. Melissa Haig. Isabel Rose Muriali. John Sutcliffe Jr. Skylar Ann Andresek. Peter Carlos de la Cruz. Timothy Patrick Kern. Joseph Speckart. Leo Kronsteiner. Stephanie Roa. Carly Nielsen. Ayla Michelle Grebe. Shelby Keene Croft. Andrew DeSisto. Gabriela Rosaria Mustica. Alexis Ann Inken. Megan Murillo. Nalani Mercado. Stephanie Blackwood. Ariane Aaliyah Smith. Ariane Aaliyah Smith. Ariane Aaliyah Smith. Kaylee Nye. Scott Drucker. Gabriel Key Fahey. Joseph Almonte. Vanessa Otero. Gabriela Alicia Giacometti. Shannon Lee Russell. Nicoletta Fischetti. Amanda Cristiano. Kristen Kathleen Savino. Jonathan J. Melendez. Patricia Sroka. Noelle Marie Florio. Victoria Lynn Namnana. Shaylee Battle. Mackenzie Garrity. Jamie Faye Weinstein. Caitlin Elizabeth Jordan. Emily Marie Perillo. Sean Feeney. Caitlin Alvarez. Jessica Hernandez. Thomas Charles Walsh. Ryan Harmon. Francesca Michelle Calaguire. Matthew Gonzalez. Kevin Arturo Adame. Cindy Yvette Bernard. Abigail Fana. Christian Aracapa. Alexa Marie Borino. Daniela Gonzalez. Vihan Khanna. Rahim Anthony Funderburg. Emmanuel Augustine Klaas. Sage Hughes Archuk. Nora Abdel Aziz. Michelle Herrera. Jamalit Banks. Ryan Matthew Fabianski. Malcolm Crenshaw Ball. Lisbelis Torres. Sam Abraham Jacobson. Kiana Moore. Ralph Anthony McLean.
Will all the candidates for the bachelor's degree please rise? Will the families of the bachelor's candidates please rise with your graduates? President Cole, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. In addition, those members of the graduating class who participated in a teacher preparation program, completed their academic majors, a professional sequence, and the appropriate examination are certified and qualified to teach in the public schools of New Jersey.
Okay, this is the moment. Are you ready? You ready? Oh, okay then. All right. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the State of New Jersey and the Board of Trustees of Montclair State University, and in recognition of your achievement in fulfilling the curricula prescribed, I confer upon you as earned the designated bachelor's degree with all the rights, duties, privileges, and immunities thereunto appertaining, of which the diploma is the written witness. Congratulations, graduates. I'll ask Provost Gingrich to join me for the undergraduate tassel ceremony. When the provost signals with the mace, you will move your tassel from the right side to the left side of your mortarboard. Ready? And there you have it. It's official now. Absolutely official. Please be seated. This concludes the Montclair State commencement exercises for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. I would ask everyone to please remain seated until the recessional is complete. Graduates, when it is time for you to recess, please stay 6 feet apart and follow all staff instructions as you exit Sprague Field. To our guests, let me tell you how wonderful it was for us to be able to welcome you to the university campus for this event with your graduates. We are delighted that we could do it, and we were delighted to have you with us. For your safety, as you exit the stadium, please let the staff move you out by sections and just follow their directions. To everyone, I say, I hope you stay well. I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay brave. And congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.